welcome back. It is finally fall on our farm and I am so excited. The weather is cool. It's a beautiful day to get things done. We will go around and find my husband and see what he's doing today. I have some chores and some fall decorations I'd like to share with you. I have a chuck roast in the crock pot. I think I'm just going to do those French dip sandwiches again this week. I didn't share my menu with you this week. It's been just a very wing it kind of week. So it wasn't anything special. It was just kind of what's in my fridge. I need to do our large grocery shop and share that with you. That will be coming up. A large grocery shop, hopefully very soon. It is definitely time. We are low on food, and by low I mean, we're down to 6 months. I need to do some shopping. I'd love to do some freezer tours with you soon and all of those fun things. So let's get started. Hi, Henny Penny.
It's tiny, sweetie.
Are you a good girl, Miss Henny Penny?
Dasso patted her.
Aww. Snowflake, are you okay? Such a beautiful morning here. It is cool outside. The roosters are crowing. The children are chasing chickens. And I am drinking my coffee on the porch swing, which is my favorite place. I have our pumpkin patch sign hung up on our front porch, a big metal sign from at home I got a few years back. So I have that in place, a little bit of firewood ready to get started. There is Garfield. My daughter just throws her shoes. And there's that mat from Sam's Club sitting there. I don't have a lot going on here yet. I would love to freshen this for fall. I definitely want to go all out for Christmas. I'm not there yet. Our house is a farmhouse fixer-upper, and we have been fixing it up over the years. But what we haven't fixed up is these light fixtures or this door. I would love to, we can't get a new door right now, but I would love to give it a fresh coat of paint and just see if we can make it look a little bit better. I would love my husband, my frugal husband. He has those energy saving light bulbs in there. I guess they're efficient, but I would love something a little bit prettier. I'd love to do a fall porch refresh with you. If I don't get around to it, I'll definitely be doing a winter one, but things on my list. Right, Garfield? We'll get there. One thing at a time. Something on my list. Okay, let's be real. I have Pyrenees. Yes, you. And they like to stay cool during the summer. And they do this by digging up my flower beds. Look at this. It is a mess. It has been completely dug up so they can be nice and cool. You don't like summer, do you? You were made for the Pyrenees Mountains. You like snow. It's so true. Anyways, so I would love to, on my list, coming soon, my husband, honeydew list. Let's make another addition there. I want to redo the flower beds. I need to maybe pile them up with a lot of fresh mulch. I can't do flowers because my Pyrenees will dig them up. Trust me, I have tried many times. But I'm thinking maybe just some big pots with, a lot of big, beautiful mums in them. So fresh mulch, beautiful pots with some flowers, something better than this. This is terrible. So we had a scorching summer in Texas, scorching, and it killed so much of the grass here. I have planted grass seed in this area so many times. Oh my goodness, so many times. I even tried to grow moss here. I was like, something has to grow here. I don't know what to do in this area. We've edged it out, kind of separating it from everything. I don't know if we should just pour cement and make it a place for table and chairs, or if you have some good ideas what to do with an area that just won't grow grass, especially a large area like this, please let me know. I don't know if the answer, like I said, is just a big patio or what. So this area is definitely wanting as well. I'm actually relieved when the leaves start falling and filling in this area with leaves, because at least it's not dirt. So I'm looking forward to that. We have our birdhouse and our bird bath there as well. But the sun is out. It's still nice and cool. Let's go visit Mr. Peacock. He is beautiful right now. He needs a Mrs. Do you need a Mrs. Peacock? You definitely do. Hello. We probably should let him out to roam around. I'm so afraid something will happen to him. Hi. Is your name Jim? Are you Jim the Peacock? Yes, you are. He's like, why are you here? And Garfield's here, which makes him nervous. Although Garfield would never hurt him. And Miss Fluffles. It's so pretty. Let's go see what else we can find today.
Baby, that was awesome.
The okra just keeps sprouting. It is just, my husband calls them the okra trees at this point. They're doing fantastic. And all of the sunflowers are growing. I'm so excited about those. I'm excited to do some of my fall decorating with all of the beautiful sunflowers. And now I have a bowl out here. I am going to gather what I lovingly call bunny basil, which is the basil that is less than perfect, that I wouldn't really use for us, but like this one, something that's eaten half of it, it's still fine. The bunny will be thankful, but I'm going to pick off those leaves so the plant isn't supporting growing this kind of leaf. So I'm going to get all those off the plant so we can keep putting all of the good leaves out and make the bunny a little morning breakfast. The basil is still just growing like crazy. It's huge at the moment. I have a basket full of okra. Some people, in fact, a lot of people, not some people, say that if it gets too big, you need to save it for seed and essentially just not eat it because it's too bitter or such. I don't find that. I cut it up and put it like on a baking sheet with my sausage sheet pan recipes and such, and it's really good. So I still use the big ones. Of course, the smaller ones are going to be more tender, and they might be for some of the more delicate recipes. You also can eat these smaller ones straight off the plant, and they're so good. If you ever want to try something tasty, healthy little treat, eat this raw off the plant. So yummy. Okay, so as you know, I am here doing one of my favorite things. I am gathering basil. I love sitting here listening to some kind of podcast or my favorite YouTube and just getting all of the basil, and it's just kind of my nice little relaxing time while my kids are playing outside. And it just rained, a light little rain, so I feel like they're all rinsed off and ready for me to harvest. And it's cool right now. It's very cool outside. I am going to get all of this. I know the season's coming to an end very soon. We have a cold front coming. Thank you, Jesus. I'm just getting as much of it as I can while I can, and we'll see how long it all lasts this season. I also have my basil seed jar out here, and I'm going to go ahead and get some more of these dried basil stems in here. I don't bother to separate the little seed from the dead flowery bit because it's just so tedious. They're such small seeds. So next year when I go to plant it, I'll just kind of get the seed out whenever I go to plant it. So I'm not going to bother with that now. I'm just going to stuff all the stems in here, and that will be fantastic, and they'll grow fabulous next year. So I'm going to get all of those as well. Also, I'm only cutting off the basil seed that has completely dried out. If it has a green stem on it, like right there, I'm going to leave that to dry out a little bit further. You also can just cut it and let it dry out inside. That won't hurt anything, but I'm just letting it dry off in the plant. So I won't take this because it has the green stem, but I will take this over here because the stem is completely dried out. All right, I have Mrs. Bunny's less than perfect bunny basil breakfast. And I have a jar full of basil seed. I'm going to take this to Miss Bunny and her daughter, and I'm sure they will be incredibly thankful. The locusts have finally subsided. My banana trees took a beating this summer, but all the new fresh leaves are starting to poke up in the middle, and these yucky ones that were eaten by them are going to die off. I need to have my husband mow around the banana trees, but down there it has also had all the babies that I'm going to try to separate so that we have more banana trees next summer. Here are the bunnies who love the basil. That's the mama bunny and her baby. This baby bunny has some really bad genetics. We keep having to trim down her teeth. See how that happens? It's time to trim them down again. If they get too long, she won't be able to eat. So we're constantly trimming them down. Her mama doesn't have those problems, but you aren't doing too great, are you, Pumpkin? We need to get rid of her, but they're very sweet. So these are well, the mama's a keeper rabbit because we breed her. Also really good fertilizer for the garden, which is important for a good garden.
Do you need wood? Yes. Can I need what? Wait, so do you need wood to make paper so you can make books? Yes. Look right here. Wait. Mom, I build stuff and people can watch it here. This is the library and I'm a barber shop. And baby stuff. And this is my house inside. Make your hair wet.
My little Hannah is getting ready for fall, drawing all the still life art of pumpkins. And I absolutely love it. I have all the cinnamon basil I'm drying out in my dehydrator, and I'm trying to get this jar full so I will have more than enough until next season. All right, so my cinnamon basil jar is pretty much full for the season, and that makes me very happy. And then I have a huge one, double this size, full of regular basil as well. And I also have a bunch of the regular basil in the freezer as well that I'm going to use whenever I can in my pasta sauce. And there is my big jar of regular basil next to it. The cinnamon basil's in a quart-size jar. And then all of my seeds from seed saving, including all of the basil seed that I collected today. And I'm going to leave the tops off for a little while just to make sure that they don't go moldy and they finish drying out. All right, guys, I'm one of those moms that likes my house clean. I've always been like that my whole life. I was even a kid that liked to keep my room clean. But let me tell you, one of the best parenting tips I can ever give you is when you face a situation where your children have destroyed a room or an area in your house, clean it up from a place of peace. Don't get all, inner chaos and get distraught and feel like you have to hurry and panic or all of the knots and feelings that can be associated with that, but just clean it with peace. Take it step by step. Take your time. Remember the joy of your children and remember their faces when they're playing and they're creating all the things, and just be calm. Do it from a place of joy, from a place of peace. The bookstore, she created a bookstore with her little pumpkin fairy stand. And her little baby lived with her in the little bookstore that she created. And apparently they ate popsicles. But don't get all worked up over it. Just take it one piece at a time. Clean it all up. It'll be clean again. Just operating from that place of peace. I'm going to take my own advice. And we're going to get all the toys put away. Yes, my children help me. However, it is rest time in our house right now. And I'd rather just have them rest and take a few minutes and do this quietly from that place of peace.
You said the same thing I told ya. My eyes are clear, there's no secret. I wanna know, was it serious? I need it clear, my best friend. Isn't easy to show with the weight of the world on my shoulders. I know I told you, it's the best light I know. It's not a game that I am playing, my love. Trying to hold my feelings and I don't know what's right. I'll find the best way, I think that I might. I know you made it in the nick of time. I'm calling on you.
All right, these are a little bit more tidy. Like I've said in previous videos, these are a bit beaten up, but they're our little dice we throw after we read a book to answer questions about the book, etc., to make sure they were all listening. So I have that one done, this one done, a few fall books in front for fun. So I really need more bookshelves. I don't know how, I don't know where. I need more bookshelves really badly. Let's talk about this for a minute. Okay, our morning basket. I need a bigger basket. We're doing too much. So this is part of our morning. We're almost done with this. We've been doing this for a while. It has just a little tiny bit left. So we're gonna finish up this devotional. We're almost done with this as well, our nature anatomy book. We have, somebody's taken out my bookmark, I think, but there's just a little bit left in there. So we're gonna do that. And then this is our nighttime little stack here. We do our bedtime devotional. We're in this one right now. And we're almost done with Tum Tum and Nutbag. This is 2 books in 1. And we're almost there. So, and a little God Bless Our Fall. So our morning basket, all the things in here we've been working through. We're about to start this one for Thanksgiving and such. It is Stories of Great Americans for Little Americans from Mardel's. I think that'll be really good. So we have that. And then I have all the little fall fun books. I try to throw one of those in a day. I actually need to take some of these out because we've already done them, but this is everything I wanted to show you. So I have Little Critters, Clifford's Thanksgiving Visit, Fancy Nancy and the Fall Foliage, a very beaten up Clifford and the Pumpkin Patch Puppy, the Berenstain Bears Thanksgiving Blessings, Happy Thanksgiving Biscuit, Fancy Nancy and our Thanksgiving Banquet. This was my book when I was little. I loved those spider books and I still have it. So How Spider Saved Thanksgiving, North American Indians. This is a really good learning book. Here, we'll take those out for a second. Really good learning book. We've actually already read this one. Really good. So that one. And then The Very First Americans. We've already read this one as well. Another good learning book. We do one section out of each of these 3 Usborne books every day. This one's illustrated grammar and punctuation, so we just read one little section. And then 100 Things to Know About History. This is secular, but there's still some really good things in there, and Mama edits as we go. And then we have the Elementary Science Dictionary. We read one section of that a day, usually 1 or 2 pages. And then we have Buffalo Woman. And then bears, because we're learning all about that hibernation. And I had a 8-year-old who wanted to learn more about animals this year, so I'm trying to incorporate that. And then I have the How Do Birds Find Their Way, since it's that time of year. So that, and we have been studying a little bit about the ancient world. So I have the You Wouldn't Want to Be an Egyptian Mummy. And then our art book, we do one of these a day. This is our Come Look With Me book. My children love that. As far as ancient world, this is just a little book, Ancient and Medieval History, and another one, and then How Big Could Your Pumpkin Grow? Full of Fall. And we put in our extreme weather book because my children love it. That's everything in our baskets. We've been working our way through it. We love reading. Like I always say, we are a Charlotte Mason family, which just means we read to learn, and we read a lot. At least that's a big part of it for us. So all of the books are organized. I have the bookshelves all organized. Just like that, a little bit of TV magic. It's all cleaned up again, and the mess is gone. So no reason to worry over a little bit of kid-made mess. Easy enough to fix it. All right, so I have our garden pumpkins on this table, and I've just created a bit of a runner with them. These are those knucklehead pumpkins. I'm so excited. They did so well this year. I have so many that my husband's even taking some to hand out at work. So that is my side table for this season. And let's talk about large family life. Okay, so I have these DVDs. Every week, whenever I redo our menu, I redo the DVDs. So I have, it's usually a few more than this, so a few have ran off, probably to the cabin. every week I take these and I put new movies in them, and these are the only movies my children can watch that week, and that is to help us fight the mess of the movies. Do you have that problem with your family where children just make a mess of the movies? I feel like with 6 children, if I don't kind of take hold of the movies, they can be a really big unorganized mess really quickly. So I choose kind of a variety, and the rest of the movies here, I will show you where the rest of the movies are. So in my bedroom, this is a less than perfect piece of furniture. However, I'm pretty sure these are meant to be like some kind of wine cabinet here or something, but not for us. It's DVDs. So I need to redo this. They need new labels. These are Dollar Tree labels and Dollar Tree tubs. All of our movies are in, from Amazon, these plastic sleeves. So that is how I organize a lot of children's movies in a way that doesn't take up a ton of space. So every week I come and I pull these out and I take the cover and I put them in the box with the DVD, and there's about 9, and then they have 9 movies throughout the week that they can watch during rest time or in the evenings or whatnot. So that is how we stay organized. So we have hundreds and hundreds of DVDs in these little tubs, and it makes everything so much easier just to have them like that. And then I have control of what they're watching, and even if we're learning about a specific topic in school or such, I can, you know, make that themed, or there's a holiday I can theme it. I have complete control. So I try to, you know, do a variety of movies, maybe like 1 VeggieTale movie and then 3 long movies and some kids shorts, those kind of things. So mix it up. So that just makes it all so much easier just to keep a hold of the movie organization, especially in a large family. So I think that's probably true for all children though, messing up the movies and then organizing them. And plus I don't have a ton of room in our farmhouse to have, you know, towards storing big boxed DVDs. However, if we ever have a larger space or a media room that could house all these DVDs, I always can pull out those covers, buy a bulk order of plastic DVD boxes off of Amazon and put them back in boxes. But for now, this suits us. So just a little tip if you're a large family mama like me. Now let's see what else we have to do. I need to wash this mirror. Can't really tell in the video, but definitely need some Windexing going on here. Here I have our little fall garland, nothing too crazy, just a very simple garland from Target. I got that last year. I'm sure they probably have something similar still. And then over in the flower bucket that I have in my kitchen, I've put some leaves from Hobby Lobby that I think give it a good little golden touch. I'm really going with those warmer colors this year. I've done more of the whites and subtle things in the past, but I just really enjoy those warm fall colors. And then my tray, I've rearranged this many times. You've probably seen it in some cooking videos. But right now it's just really simple. Has a few pumpkins on it, my little I love you more than pumpkin anything sign, and my little coffee bar sign from Hobby Lobby. I forget where I got this. This might be off Amazon. If I can find it, I'll link it below. And then I have my little pumpkin pie cutting board. I've had that for as long as I can remember. So I can't share where it's from. This is from Dollar Tree a few years ago. I enjoy it. I put all those little IKEA tea lights in it, and it just glows, and it's lovely, and it didn't cost much. So then that, I have our crock pot dinner going, and my little candle that really doesn't belong there from Home Goods. And then you've seen this pop up a bit, my great big pumpkin cookbook. This is so good. I've been using it. There's definitely some good ideas in it, and I will continue using it. So I'm sure you will see it popping up in some videos. It just has some really good pumpkin fall recipes. Simple. They're not anything too crazy, and I also just like seeing it sit here. So that, and I usually have my 2 big pumpkin from Hobby Lobby Hello Pumpkin coffee mugs sitting there. No, I don't know where the other one is right now. It must be in the sink. My big Keurig coffee machine broke It just stopped working. My whole world ended. I had to go nab this one from our cabin, and cabin meaning it's really my husband's, but now it's mine, and it's it sits there. But you know what? It's small, it does the job, and I'm okay with it. Nothing too crazy. I need to wipe down the stove, and someday we're gonna get to the point where I get my pot filler, where the little nubbin is that I hate, and my husband's going to have time to get to that part of his honey-do list where we put up the backsplash. I've wanted that forever. Up there is also my Live a Thankful Life sign. That was from Hobby Lobby last year. So I have that up there as well. I have my Thanksgiving sign up there. I've had that for a million years. I think that's from At Home, I think. Don't really remember. And this needs to completely redone, so we're not going to talk about that. My children, they play with this a lot, and their artwork is thrown up there, and my son's been collecting feathers he finds outside, and they've been collecting pine cones. Right now it's definitely not. My turkey from Hobby Lobby last year. I love my copper turkey. He adds a little something to my kitchen, but all of the little fall drawings happening. My Hannah, she is my artist, and Miss Five is my other artist. So, mom life. And then for fall, I asked my 5-year-old, what should we make the farmer's market stand? You saw how we had it for summer, all fireworks stand. And for fall, she decided, she said, Mommy, I really want a pumpkin fairy stand. And so we went ahead and made our pumpkin fairy sign, and she is selling all her pumpkins. My pumpkins from years past when I did all neutrals. So she has all the fall things. I believe she's even put her fall books over here to the side, and she is a pumpkin fairy. I am enjoying this stand so much. She has so much fun with it. She even bought a little cash register for her birthday so she could sell all the little things. So that has been a lot of fun. My curtains are actually in the wash right now. I am giving them a seasonal refresh. I do this each season. So the curtains are down, so the room is bright and sunny. We are loving the pumpkin fairy stand. I have my autumn leaves and pumpkins please pillow out here. I don't have a lot going on with that yet. You've seen me in the past if you've been around a while. I decorate this box seasonally. It is the only thing I have of my grandfather's. It's a whiskey box from way back when. It's probably almost an antique now. And I have just put some fall leaves from Hobby Lobby in it. They probably need to be fluffed up a little bit. So I have that going on next to the stairs and all of our photo albums and our school globe. So fancy stuff. Over here, this spot's annoying me. So I have our school desk next to our front door, which is just a place to sit down and take off your shoes. And I had this sign hanging up on the wall up here, and it keeps falling down. So obviously those command strips aren't enough to hold it up there, and it squished my wreath the last time it fell down. So I need to fix that up. I need to figure out how to make my pumpkin patch signs stay up there. And then I have 2 big pine cones. Anyway, so if you can imagine this area with that hang up there, I'll work on that as well. Maybe my husband has a better solution for me, so we'll work on that. Then, of course, as always, the playhouse is ready for the season. It has some fresh flowers. Really could use a little sign up there. I usually put a sign there, but I haven't yet. So that's ready to go. Then over here in the playroom, I did this last year, so if you've been around a while, maybe you caught it, but if you haven't, maybe it's a new idea to you. I bought this little bucket at Dollar Tree, and then up here I have leaves from Dollar Tree. I've taken a Sharpie marker and I've written our bucket list, each thing we want to do this fall on a leaf, and I've pinned it up here, and every time we finish one, we pull off our leaf and we drop it into our bucket. So we've already done a couple. There should be a couple leaves in there, but we have a lot to do still. A couple things on our bucket list. We have pumpkin waffles. That's coming up soon. Pumpkin snickerdoodle cookies. We make those every year. We've always baked pumpkin bread. We have turkey popcorn in a movie. It's those plastic gloves that you make look like a turkey with all the candy corn and the popcorn. So that in a family movie. A bonfire, a fall trifle, paint pumpkins, apple pie paper plates, a craft that we hope to do, roasting pumpkin seeds, a hayride, and Boo at the zoo. We love to do that each year at the zoo if we're able to. Make caramel apples, go to the state fair. We always look forward to that. Hopefully I'll get to go again soon and share that with you. Leaf rubbings, we did that this past week. I actually need to take that down and put it in our bucket. And make homemade apple cider. Go on a hike. We have done that as well. Boom, we are rolling. Make homemade caramel, roast some marshmallows, go on a fall scavenger hunt, carve a pumpkin, make an apple pie, and go to the pumpkin patch. And then, minus the two I just shared with you, make pumpkin spice Play-Doh. You saw us do that. I have that on a video as well. So those are what we have done this season, and these are the things we hope to do. Again, just such a simple thing to add for your children to just make them excited about the season. French dip sandwiches again for dinner. I need to go ahead and shred this meat so it can soak in all the good juices before dinner time. Right, that is just falling apart and it is ready for me to shred it, and my Great Pyrenees will thank me for that bone. So, like I always say, nothing goes to waste around here. Look at this. I have my knife out, but I don't even really have to cut it. It just falls apart. There's no cutting it needed. So this is going to be fantastic. After I cut this, I'm going to throw it back in the crock pot to soak in all of those good juices. And then I'll throw it on some steak rolls, maybe make some French fries. One and done. Easy dinner. Come in. Is it Bluey?
This is Bluey.
It's an inside dog.
No.
Bluey.
The inside dog.
Tessa, what do you think of Bluey? What do you think of Bluey? My husband ended up being gone much longer on his errands than expected. He did so many things. So I didn't have time to do a grocery pickup. It was a little bit spur of the moment, but I sent him a list. So some of it's a bit hit and miss, but he did pretty well. So a little bit of a midweek grocery shop. He spent about $250 from Walmart. So he got chicken thighs as per my request, a garlic bread, a great value one. This seems to go farther for our family. Some Texas toast. We have some pumpkin French toast coming up on the menu. Bananas for the monkeys, as always. And since we sent the husband to the grocery store, he came back with chocolate chip cookie dough, of course. And I have sour cream, some whipped cream in preparation for some pumpkin waffles coming up on the menu. I thought the children would really like that as a fun thing. Whipping cream, use that all the time in cooking, especially in all these fall soups that are coming around. And then a tomato basil garlic pasta sauce just to stock up my supply. It's such an easy lunch to throw that over some pasta for the children. And I needed some diced tomatoes for something on the menu. And my husband picked this up as a surprise for me because he knows that I love cheesecake. Sweet, sweet husband. and then some tomato soup. I asked for chicken noodle soup for lunch for the kids. Cream of chicken. Close enough. We'll throw some noodles in it and call it done. And then I needed some mushrooms, tortillas, a big thing of turkey for some sandwiches for lunches, easy lunches, celery, green onion, candy corn for school, because what a fun counting manipulative for math and a fun snack in the middle of school. And then they got the Dove pumpkin pie chocolates for a treat. Dried cranberries. I have a stuffed pork chop recipe coming up soon, and I needed these, and I needed some potato bread for it. So that's what that's for. Some hot dogs, easy, quick meal on a pinch. And then I needed some orzo for a menu coming up. And then all the water, because like you know, I try not to drink the tap water here, so more water to keep us going. And then a big bag of French rolls. We're actually going to use some of these tonight for that French dip crock pot recipe. And some hot dog buns for the hot dogs. And paper plates to make my life good. So that is something he picked up on his own because he knows I wash dishes all the time and I appreciate it. 5 loaves of bread for all of the sandwiches and toast, 2 more gallons of milk. My kiddos go through a lot of milk, so we go through about 4 gallons a week. And then over here, some biscuits. We'll have biscuits and jam one day for breakfast. A big, large box of eggs. This is still only $9 where I live. I know it's much more expensive in other areas, but as long as it's $9, my chickens are slacking. They're not really laying eggs like they should, so you know what? There's a lot of meals in this box. 60 eggs, $9. It's not bad still, even though I used to only pay $3 for it. Corn dogs, State Fair, coming up. Very appropriate, easy lunch. I needed trash bags. My husband had a part break on his deer feeder, so that was something he snuck into the grocery shop. Some saltine crackers. My children love those. They're about $1, so very affordable snack. And then I was out of laundry detergent. So I've been going through about 1 of these every 2 weeks because 8 people, a lot of laundry. That was a mouthful, but $250, that'll keep us going for 1 more week. All right, guys, it's been a long day. Thank you for coming along with me. I'm gonna get these groceries put away and spend some time with my family. Until next time, bye.